This is a message from sponsor Intuit TurboTax. Taxes was getting frustrated by your forms. Now, Taxes is uploading your forms with a snap, and a TurboTax expert will do your taxes for you. One who's backed by the latest tech, which cross-checks millions of data points for absolute accuracy, all of which makes it easy for you to get the most money back, guaranteed. Get an expert now at TurboTax.com. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees.
Employee Appreciation Day is March 7th, and a Starbucks card is the perfect way to say, thanks for all you do. Have a smaller team? You can send up to 10 e-gifts in one transaction from the Starbucks app or online at starbucks.com/gift. Or you can also send physical or digital cards in bulk at starbuckscardb2b.com. No matter your team's size or location, Starbucks has got you covered.
If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
In Dallas, Texas, 3 shots were fired at President Kennedy's motorcade in downtown Dallas.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
You don't know what you're talking about, do you, sir?
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook. I've earned everything I've got. If you don't like what we tell you to believe in, we'll kill you.
All right, kids. Listen. Don't listen to this podcast.
Don't listen to this.
If you're not of age.
What's of age?
18.
So 16?
18. We're a bunch of dudes, and we're going to say some really bad words.
Welcome back to the Conspiracy Podcast.
What's up, my people?
What up? What up?
I'm Eric.
And this is Jorge.
This is Sean.
Welcome back to the Pyramid Series. This is part 4.
Part 4.
It's been a good one.
Hardcore.
Part 4, and they've been long.
They've been long. I mean, this is
wondering, are
hour
you guys
6?
Are you guys liking the long episodes? Are you like, give us some
good
feedback
question.
on
Yeah,
that?
I would actually be interested.
Is it too long? Is it like good?
I remember we've had a lot of people on Discord be like, make longer episodes.
Yeah. It's true.
It's
true.
I mean, our advertisement bank account is looking better.
Yeah, that's true.
But, anyways.
So no matter what they say, we're going to make them longer?
Next episode will be 17 hours long.
No, I mean, I guess it's when you're on one topic for 4 episodes. Is that too much? I guess that's the question.
Well, dude, we
I
did.
don't think so. Not on this
How
one.
many episodes we did for JFK? 6?
Shit,
5?
we did
5
6.
6, 5 or 6?
Well, we did 5 and then a
5.
follow-up.
Yeah, 5 and a follow-up.
5
yeah.
and a follow-up. So, yeah, we did. Yeah.
No, but
So
on
maybe the
this
big
one,
ones.
it's good. Yeah, we got
juice.
a lot to cover and a lot to say.
No, for example, we've had, I think we've had 50 requests for 9/11.
Oh, dude, I want to
We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
Bad.
So, like,
It's
that one, we're not going to do that in 45 minutes.
No, God, no. That's going to be at least 5 hours. It's 5
You know
to
what I
6
mean?
hours.
So-
Probably 6 hours.
Yeah.
But we are going to do this one in 20 minutes. Eric is going to have to
Well,
This is like a news app.
Just kidding.
But to recap, episode 1 was the history of the pyramids. Episode 2 and 3 was the mysteries, the
Yours
confusions, it was a Sean,
anomalies.
very Sean-based.
I know. Well, as Eric would say, not grounded.
Yes.
He's like, I'd love to say grounded.
But he got an extra episode, so I mean,
By design.
some people would say that's not fair, but some people are fine with that. Yeah, and it's fine. But this is episode 4. This is my time to
finale.
shine and the finale.
And Eric's time
Yeah.
to try to convince
Yes.
you of his insanity.
So we're not gonna promote a bunch of shit. We're just gonna dive in because
Let's go.
of I got a lot to cover, and the whole point of this is to go. My concept of this is that mankind built the pyramids.
Okay.
Yeah. So have an open mind.
With no help.
Yeah.
No
No,
extra
yeah.
terrestrial. No,
No
alien.
assistance, no steroids, no PEDs,
Okay.
no things.
Like, it was just the ingenuity.
Just good
of
old
man.
farm
strength.
farm strength.
Good old mankind. So here we go. The Great Pyramids of Giza, especially the Great Pyramid of Khufu, stand as some of the most awe-inspiring structures in human history. We can all agree on that.
Yes.
480 feet high, constructed 2.3 million limestone blocks. We get it. Massive.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Among the most persistent theories is the notion that the pyramids could not have been built by humans using tools and technology of the time. However, a wealth of archaeological evidence, historical records, and modern engineering analysis support the conclusion that the masterpieces that we call the pyramids were indeed human achievements.
Eric's trying to get his like fucking. He's trying to get like a teaching job.
This is a testament to the ancient ingenuity, organization, and simply the determination of man.
Yeah, but yet you're telling me, okay, let's go ahead. I'll let you go.
One of the most compelling pieces of evidence that we went over in episode 1 comes from the discovery of a workers' village that was nearby the pyramids.
Yep.
Dude, they told they had workers, 100%. I never said they didn't have workers.
Excavations revealed housing, bakeries, breweries. They had a medical facility that supported the laborers.
Theater.
First of all, how do they know it was a medical?
All kinds of shit.
A movie theater. They had like a
They were living
Starbucks.
large. Starbucks.
Contrary to Sean's belief, these workers were not slaves. They were skilled laborers
there's no proof
as
of
part
that.
of essentially an ancient union. They were well fed.
How do you know that? Just because there's evidence of a bakery.
They were respected for their contributions, not the trait of a slave.
They were fed.
First
Nobody
of all,
said
Eric,
well fed.
Eric, you know that in order for humans to live, they have to eat food.
Yes.
Do I get time? Do I get my
It's an
time?
investment in
I
my
know, it's like an
slaves to keep
investment.
going.
Do I get my time?
Move to strike.
Do I get time?
I reclaim my time.
I know it's like, but you're putting words that I never said. I never said that they weren't fed bread at the bakery.
I need to sell my people.
No, but you're making.
I need to sell my people.
But there's no evidence that they were like well taken care of.
Of course there are.
Oh, they found.
There's a village. There's bakery.
Yes. Hold on. Let me keep finishing.
Okay.
Skeletal remains. I'm talking to Jorge only.
He's literally looking directly at Jorge, not me.
Skeletal remains even show signs of medical treatment, such as repaired fractures, indicating long-term investments in fixing slaves,
quote unquote,
workers, or repairing them, giving them medical treatment.
So you're telling me another slave gonna like give a dude a sling? Clearly.
But it demonstrates an organized society capable of managing tens of thousands of workers over decades by repairing the problems. Repairing the whatever.
I'm just saying, we got a lot of modern history with slaves, and they all ate food.
Oh yeah.
They all lived.
And it was in the best interest
they all had
of the owner to keep them.
Great point.
Most of them had housing.
Great
It
point.
was like shitty housing.
Great point. Don't worry, I brought up that point next.
Okay.
Additionally, ancient Egyptians left behind detailed records and inscriptions off-site. Quarry marks and graffiti found in different chambers of the villages mention work gangs named after Khufu.
Work gangs. They were like the Bloods and the Crips, the Khufus.
Pyramid builders inscribed that their work gang names were called the Friends of Khufu. That was the gang name. The Friends of Khufu.
I mean, that seems like.
Jesus Christ. You wouldn't call your slave owner the Friends of.
I mean, that sounds like some Joseph Goebbels propaganda.
You would if you don't want to get killed.
Oh, yeah.
There was another gang called the Drunkards of Menkaure. Menkaure?
The Drunkards of Menkaure?
Yes.
Those are my
Menkaure
people.
was one of the smaller pyramids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Linking the construction directly to the reign of those individuals.
But Eric, couldn't it be possible that they had like propaganda back then? The friends of
100%.
Khufu. Work,
Ooh,
bitch.
100%.
Work harder.
Yeah, true.
You a friend
a
of
good
Khufu.
Hey, bro, go write like some graffiti that shows that they're working together. They're happy.
They love it.
They love it. Yes.
Like, it's the best.
So these inscriptions highlight the human element.
Okay.
Teams competing for pride, recognition, groups working together to achieve goals together.
I mean, like,
Rather,
there's a lot of speculation here, Eric.
it doesn't sound like extraterrestrials
Okay. So far.
so far.
Well, we're also like that we know what these inscriptions mean.
Just saying.
Maybe Khufu was an alien.
Engineering studies, now moving on to engineering studies also provide realistic explanations for how the pyramids were constructed.
Really?
Recent research suggests that simple yet effective techniques such as wetting the sand to reduce friction, dragging stone blocks, making it possible to transport across the river, moving them up the 2-mile ramp, etc. The use of ramps, rollers, levers, etc. have enabled workers to position massissive stones.
I will say I shared
With
that one
precisions.
video with you of this guy. It's on YouTube. I shared. You remember that one?
The guy who like breaks the rocks.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
he was
yeah.
moving them. He was moving.
Yeah.
I don't remember if he broke them too, but he probably did. But
I don't
the
know.
point was he was like moving massive tons of rocks with levers, like
Yeah, he
by
was doing
himself. By himself.
Yeah, he was doing it.
But this is YouTube too.
Yeah. Like, it's
Anything could be
CGI.
edited.
So while the scale of the pyramids is undeniably impressive, they do not require, in my opinion, mystical explanation.
Copper
Instead, they represent a logical progression of architectural knowledge gained from earlier civilizations and smaller projects, slowly transitioning over thousands of years of going what worked and what didn't work before, transitioning to the pinnacle, which is Khufu Pyramid. Yeah. Trial and error refined the Egyptians' methods, culminating in the full-scale Khufu Pyramid.
But see, the thing is, okay, let's say your argument is true.
Yeah.
How the fuck did they build that shit in 20 years? Fucking riddle
It's a
me
great
that.
question. It's
We
a great
can't even build
question.
Really good
skyscrapers in
question.
fucking
Yes.
20 years.
Yes.
What? Like,
I believe that this is a learning curve over thousands of years that culminated into the Pyramid of Khufu. And we see it, and I'm going to go over it, and we're going to see it in other structures that were built across the planet.
Okay.
And the first one we're going to go over is the one that actually Jorge went to.
Oh yeah, the sun
The
and the moon.
Pyramid of the Sun. The Pyramid of the Sun is in Mexico, is built around 200 CE. Nobody knows who built it, but it was built.
That's the Mexican
Jorge
power.
literally
Yeah.
climbed it.
yeah, see, that's. I think
And
there
I'm
was
showing them a photo right now because I brought photographic evidence.
Eric literally got photos printed.
I got photos printed to show them the magnificent
No, but the
But
thing is,
what is it built out of?
stone.
what kind of stuff?
Like
I don't know. I mean,
It's a rock.
stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's a massive pyramid.
Yeah, but it's not like
it's not
that
first
impressive.
of all, no, it's definitely impressive, but it's not
It's impressive.
the same precision. It's not the same coordinates. The
It's not the
fucking
same quality.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the same quality.
I
It's
understand
just-
that. I'm
damn
not
it.
saying. I'm not
I-
saying. it
now I'm
is.
making the Mexican sounds bad.
I'm not.
Let's move on.
Little shoddy.
I'm not saying it is right. But here's what.
Little shoddy.
all I'm gonna do here is provide evidence that across the planet,
Yeah.
this was done. Not to the quality, but it was done.
Well, who's saying aliens weren't in Mexico too?
Yeah.
They were just like
Correct.
less of.
So then,
Yeah.
this one's wild. This is the Pyramid of Dozier, and we went over it in the first episode a little bit, right? This was built around 2600 BCE. This is really old.
Yeah, hella old.
And this is called the Step Pyramid. And they know that it was built for a burial of Pharaoh Dozier. Yeah?
Okay.
This is that pyramid.
Yeah,
That
that one
a
is
step
like.
pyramid.
Yeah, but that one's like
But-
in comparison, it's like me.
Shoddy.
But what I'm trying to prove here is that it's the transition, it's the evolution of building pyramids.
But this one,
Wait, but this is built after.
This is built after, and this one was built. Both
So
of these
there's
are
no
built
evolution.
after. That's like a devolution.
devolution, yeah.
devolution. They just
Just
get
saying,
shittier at building
different
them.
cultures, different everything.
Right, because it's like
Also-
it's like the 4-minute mile. You know, the 4-minute mile wasn't broken for years and years, and then finally somebody breaks it, and now
And then no one can break it.
fucking like my neighbor's running 4-minute miles now. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the trend. It's the trend. It's the evolution of man, of thousands of years of millions, billions of people trying to do something, and then over and over and over and over and over, and they get better and better and better and better.
And they're like,
No,
they
first of
build
all, they
this.
got worse.
Yeah, first of all, they got worse, and second of all, they're like, "Why are we building this shit?"
Well, I mean,
we got so
you
good
know.
at building it. Let's just stop. Never build it again.
Okay, and then in another place in Palenque, I said that right? Palenque, Mexico, 675 CE. It's the Temple of Inscriptions.
That's
It
pretty.
was
cool,
built
actually.
as a funerary monument. I can't even say who it was built for because I can't pronounce
those
it.
steps are steep as fuck.
Yeah.
Knich-
And this one's a little more like round.
Yeah, it's round.
Not,
It's not like sharp edge.
And
yeah.
just so
I could see somebody just climbing and like build, you know, put
and
some
we're
rocks
gonna
up there.
we're gonna
It's easy.
obviously we're gonna post all these photos on Patreon, but
Yeah.
this is the funeral monument for Knich Janib, and it's a Mayan city.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Mayans were crushing.
Mayans were killing.
Yeah, they were
killing.
slaying.
Yeah. Okay. Then, in addition, in Sudan, and Sean actually brought this up
Yeah,
in his
about
first
that,
episode, and that's additional pyramids that were built in the 600 BCEs, and this is Nubian pyramids. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like almost like there's over 200 pyramids.
Yeah, and there're just tons of them, and all different sizes, different shapes, etc. And the pyramid.
Oh wow.
Okay, but your
It's-
pictures are
again-
getting worse.
Yeah,
Let me
like,
just say,
like
let me
as,
just-
I'm
as,
just
as you
telling
move
you.
closer to present time, like they get shittier and shittier.
But again, this is these are pyramids that were built for a guaranteed person who is the 25th dynasty of Egypt.
Yeah, I mean
It's
this one
a
looks
little
like
bit
a mound
later.
of dirt.
what do you mean a guaranteed person?
Meaning the evidence is there.
Oh,
like there
there's
were,
a-
there
oh,
were
okay.
people
Body
that
in
were
it,
like,
yeah.
we built this for this guy.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, good.
Like in English, they're like, "Yo."
right.
This is
But it
from-
wasn't necessarily in question of. I mean, it was
I
part
know.
of the question of why they built it, who they built it for,
Understood.
but it's more how they built it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I'm just telling you that it's been built.
Okay.
For hundreds, thousands of years, these are built, right?
Got it.
Another one in Mexico, and this is 6th century CE, and you guys have seen this one. It's the Pyramid of the Magician,
Where is this at?
Mexico.
But where?
Again,
one
this
You
is
don't know?
Mayan people.
That one
You
looks
don't know
nice.
where?
It is Uxmal, UXMAL. How do you say that?
Uxmal.
Uxmal?
Usman.
Pyramid.
Usman.
Again, these are Mayan people that built pyramids. Now, this is across the planet.
Yeah.
This is on the other side of the planet.
Well, this
Building
is in
pyramids.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Oh, from Egypt.
the pyramids.
Okay.
Yeah, from
Africa.
from the pyramids of
Gotcha.
Egypt. Yeah. Okay, good. Tracking? Yes. Okay. Now, this is why I stand on this side.
Okay.
This is the one.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
the one.
And this is the Great Wall of China.
But that's not a pyramid.
I know.
Okay.
But this is a structure that
It's
defies
really
belief.
so impressive. It's
It defies
it's
belief.
insanely
Yeah.
and how long it's crazy
Yeah.
long. It's
Now,
like
I don't
insane.
have a really good photo. Unfortunately, just my printing. I think it was Walgreens fucked this up.
Oh, they totally fucked it up.
Yeah, like there are so much better photos.
There's, I mean,
that
I can
exist.
Google a better
yeah.
photo, like
yeah.
right now.
But I just wanted to give you. It's the largest man-made structure on Earth.
Yeah, it's
Ever.
insane.
How long is it?
It's insane.
13,000 miles.
Holy
It's
shit.
crazy.
So from like
for our
from, like-
Europeans, it's 21,000 kilometers.
so that's like, I mean, from like California to New York, that's 3,000 miles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, it's insane.
So
It's
that's
it's
four
fucking-
times that.
dude. It's fucking insane.
Insanity.
And there's just corpses that are like built into the wall.
yeah.
like,
And they
it's just
didn't-
like they just built
This
around
is
the
not a
bodies.
flat land. This is not Florida swamp
Yeah,
land
that's
built
the other thing.
across.
You're right.
No,
Yeah.
mountains, deserts, grasslands. Each 1,000 miles is a different
It's like a
terrain.
different, like, yeah, it's like
Yes.
a different zone.
Now, additionally, this was built over dynasties.
Yeah, it
This
was-
wasn't built over like Sean and Eric's life.
No, but this also like wasn't built in 20 years.
Yes.
Right.
Correct.
This is built over
right.
legit like
right.
hundreds of years.
Yes. Some say millions of workers built this.
Mm-hmm. 100%. Yeah.
The purpose was a defense system, a trade route, a symbol of unity in China, etc. The construction of the Great Wall of China spanned multiple periods, but the most intensive phase of building under the Ming Dynasty lasted approximately 200 years.
That's insane.
Wow.
So majority of the wall was built in that period of 200 years.
Okay.
Yeah. There were different renovations done, different extensions, different fixes, etc. But let's just take that as 200 years. Total, it was 2,000 years that they were building it.
Holy shit.
Wow. Okay.
But it's like ingenuity of man. Do the Great Pyramid in 20 years. And
But in the main part, the 200 years, they say it was around 50,000 people.
that's it.
And was it like
Only
most of
50,000?
it? Was it like 50% of it, or was it like?
It was like 70%.
Wow. Okay.
That's
And then they kept building further,
Right.
like, etc.
only 50,000 though.
So
I feel like there'd be like way more people working on that shit.
So it's not as grandiose as the pyramid because it's not like
one structure. It's like a
yeah,
it's
and if you went to the wall, you'd be like, oh, it's a wall.
it's
Yeah.
a wall.
It's a
like,
wall.
It's a big wall.
Yeah,
It's
but it's thousands of years ago.
Like, to your point, it's a group of men over a long period of time working on the same purpose, the same structure, the same like goal, which would be a feat in itself to like continue that
Forever. For dynasties.
that long. Yeah.
It's almost like the main part of it was built during the beginning of America and still up to this day.
I mean, honestly, it would be a feat if you could like dig
crazy.
a ditch that was
Crazy.
1,300 miles long,
Right, yeah.
13,000
Yeah.
miles long. Like
Yeah.
that in itself would be a feat.
Yeah.
Let alone a wall.
So that one is I really cling to that as I know it's just a wall.
That's what.
And
that's
there's
the thing. It's
the
like,
one part that
it's
doesn't.
It's different because it's a wall,
Yeah, and it doesn't
and they're
really.
not digging tunnels. Like
Yes.
fucking.
It doesn't really solve it, but again, it's longer.
It's also. It's just. I get what you're doing.
Yeah.
It is just a. It's almost like the wall is a metaphor for the ingenuity of man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look what they did.
Yes.
So why couldn't they do something?
So we made
Similar.
one pyramid. How fucking hard is that?
Okay,
Give me a break. I'm not like impressed. I'm not impressed.
They had fucking copper tools.
I know. Well, this was built before gunpowder was made.
It's a wall.
Before fucking paper was made, they built the Great Wall of China.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's stone. It's just it's stone. It's like a big rectangle. I don't know.
Another one is wild, and it's on my bucket list. I really want to go to is Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Oh, yeah.
dude,
Machu
I really
Picchu
wanna
was
go to.
built in the 15th century, so this is the fucking Dark Ages. This is when it was like horse and buggies and Game of Thrones, like land, right?
Game of Thrones.
So
Dragons.
why is it great? Is because it's on a mountaintop.
Yeah.
This is not like down near St. Petersburg.
Flat
this is-
land,
yes,
fucking swamp land.
Yeah, 12 feet above sea level.
So they don't know how they got them up there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't know how they got them up there. So if you look at this photo, this is Machu Picchu.
One of my uncle's been there. He said it was.
This
fucking
is
amazing.
8,000 feet above sea level.
Yeah, how the
Wow.
fuck?
There's one road that goes up to it. So that
Yeah.
means
And the road's probably like
for
desolate.
decades, there was a horse and buggy, and they brought stone up to build each stone over decades and decades.
A lot of donkeys using that.
A lot of donkeys using that. Absolutely. Okay, good. Anyways,
See these
Machu Picchu. You
all
get
these
the-
all these
Yeah.
examples, I can totally see man building.
Yes, because
100%.
although, well,
I can totally
no,
see
I
them
can
building
I can
these.
see that because
It's just
although
it's like a
majestic. Okay,
But
the
look how
picture, the-
remote it is.
yeah, but it's not
Look
a
how remote it is.
but if they
how
did-
remote. Okay, fine, but there's a way. Like it's very
it's
easy
plausible.
to explain. It's very easy
yeah,
to.
it's actually plausible.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Okay, you're looking at it. It's fucking like majestic because you're like up in the clouds and like it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
The scenery like makes it look even more beautiful.
But it's pretty
what-
basic. It's
what-
so basic.
What they built is not necessarily.
It's not intricate.
It's
It's
not
not.
grandiose.
It's not.
No.
It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
It's not like
It is if you were there.
no,
I
but
would assume.
but
I would
Eric, but like
assume.
it'd be different. There was like they built that on ton, and there's 80-ton slabs of fucking granite
Yes.
that are
Yeah.
like sitting that are 200 feet in the air
Okay.
on top. You
All
know.
right. Yeah, I get that.
No,
I
so
get
like,
that.
what you're saying, I get it. I'm actually validating. Like,
Yeah.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they were able to do this, fucking crazy.
Yeah. I got
Okay.
a couple more. I got a
Okay.
couple more. Yeah, a couple more. Yeah. Now, and you've seen this in the Indiana Jones movie where he goes into the temple.
Oh, dude, this is in the Last Crusade. Last Crusade. This is the Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail.
The penitent man. The penitent man kneels before God.
The penitent man will pass. The penitent man. But he kneels before God. Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna watch
so
that
good.
fucking
Sean
now.
Connery,
I'm gonna watch
baby.
that. I'm gonna watch that.
It's
recently.
my favorite
Yeah.
one. It's my favorite one.
But it's a city that's carved directly into red sandstone in the 5th century.
Yeah, it's like into the side of a mountain. Like,
And I'm showing this photo now.
it's beautiful.
It's in Jordan.
It's actually beautiful.
It's in Jordan. This is the 5th century.
Like that is amazing. Like that.
Wow.
Like, how did they do that
I
in the
cannot
5th
explain
century?
how they did this. I literally cannot explain how they did this.
That's a great point.
It's carved from a single rock face.
And that's
Aliens.
how tall is that?
I mean, look at the person, right? Look at you can see the
that's a
human.
dude.
I don't even know how tall that
80 feet? 100 feet?
100 feet.
100 feet?
100.
Yeah.
Right?
It's amazing. It's fucking
I mean,
unbelievable.
that person right there. I mean, yeah. Anyways, and then Sean has been here, but I have not been here. But he can talk about it a little bit. The Colosseum.
It's
I
amazing.
can't.
Oh
I
my
can't.
God,
I
dude.
can't
It's like-
say. I can't do this without the Colosseum.
It's unfucking.
This was built in Rome in 80 BC. So this is like right around. This is around Jesus' time period.
Mhm.
Well, here's another.
Again, it's 2,000, 3,000 years after the pyramids.
Yeah.
No, but that's my.
But it's 2,000 years ago.
yes.
Right. Okay.
So my thing is like, but if you look at the structural integrity and the preservation,
Falling apart.
yeah, like almost all these, except for this one, except for the one carved in the sandstone, almost all these other ones are like, it's like fucking destroyed.
Yeah.
It's like
True.
pieces and it's like
You're
a
saying
shambles.
the Colosseum or all
The
the other
Colosseum,
ones?
Colosseum.
like, the Colosseum, Machu Picchu, fucking. Obviously,
They're falling apart.
Great Wall of China's in pretty
But
good shape.
let's be honest, the pyramid's falling apart too.
I was just gonna say, yep.
But
Sure.
it's, dude, 5,000 years ago, it's in pretty good shape for
I mean,
5,000
decent.
years.
No, it's
Yeah,
in pretty good
decent.
shape.
Yeah, it's
but
decent. That's a
it's
decent-
Like I
still
said,
falling-
my
it's
house
still
was
falling
built in the
apart.
50s.
It's a
And
decent
this thing
build.
is like
Yeah,
fucking
still falling
breaking.
apart. Yeah.
But that's just time, and that's just what
That's
happens
what
on
happens.
fucking planet Earth. You have,
what happens.
you
But
know,
my point-
sandstorms. You got
Yeah.
all kinds of elements. that,
the Colosseum is in the middle of a major city center for the last 2,000 years. Rome is still a city,
Mhm.
Yeah,
meaning
massive
we're
city.
fucking with it.
But
Oh,
they
We're
don't-
not fucking with the pyramid.
But they don't let you fucking.
We're fucking with that though.
No, but they don't really let you fuck with it.
It was conquered
Can
by
you go in
four.
it and like
You can
walk
go
around
but,
in there? And
Yeah, but like
no,
they
but
don't.
hear me out. Hear me out.
Like you can't touch the stair.
Rome-
You walk around like the base floor.
Okay.
Let me hear me out. The Rome was conquered by 4 invading forces since then.
Mhm.
The pyramids were not.
Okay.
What happens when an invading force comes in? They fucking rape all the fucking
Yeah,
women,
they burn
and they
everything
burn
down.
shit down,
That's a
and
good
they
point.
fucking
That's a
ruin
good- that's
it.
a really good
yeah,
point,
and they
yeah.
run around and
You're like, "Ah, spoils of war."
Exactly. Yeah. There you
Good
go.
point. Good
Yep.
point.
All
Good
right.
point.
The next one is the Panama Canal. I didn't actually print a photo for you guys, but the Panama Canal is a phenomenal feat for me.
It's
because
amazing.
It was built 110 years ago,
Wow. Okay.
I did not know that.
and it was like mankind going, "Fuck this! We're not going down
Yeah.
around South America anymore."
Yeah.
What do?
Go through it.
Go through the land.
Go through it.
Oh
baby.
shit! How do we do that? It shortened the maritime travel by 8,000 miles.
Jesus.
Wow.
Whoa.
So it was mankind going, "Fuck it, we need a better route." So they built water over land.
Yeah, but this is also 100 years ago too. So like now we're like
100 years.
modern.
I know. And I have a couple here that are modern, but they're still feats that I just have to say
I
are
see. Eric,
fucking
so Eric's
insanity.
Eric's whole theme is the ingenuity of man, the power of will, the willpower of man to overcome obstacles.
That's right. Okay.
Which I admit is a thing. It is a thing, but the pyramids cannot. It doesn't
I know.
explain.
I know. Hear me out. The Hoover Dam. I've been there.
Okay.
This
I've
is
never been
where
there,
I've
but
been.
I want to go. I really
You've
want
been
to
there?
go.
Yeah.
It looked
It's
like
massive,
to
dude.
me. It looked like a Lord of the Rings fucking statue.
Dude, it does look like the Lord of the Rings.
Insanity.
Now that you say that,
It is incredible
and
build,
it's huge.
and the pictures don't even do it justice.
Yes.
And that is like
Right?
a massive body of water that's holding
Yes.
back. Like,
Do you know when that was built?
It was built in like 1950.
36.
Oh,
Wow.
Before we had cars.
I mean, is that before we had cars?
I mean, we had cars.
I mean,
like,
World
but
War
like,
II
it was
was in like 42.
No, we had
like
like
B-52 bombers,
We had like
bro.
7 cars.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
I'm just
Not
saying.
everybody had a
Not
car.
everybody had a car.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, it was before. It was. There were still horse and buggies. It was before. It was in.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
they had
just
like
telling
fucking
you.
Jeeps back then, bro.
In World War One, no.
Yes, they did.
They still had horseback combat in World War One.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
It's true.
But I consider it.
Horseback combat.
I consider, and a lot of people consider that the Hoover Dam is America's greatest engineering feat.
Oh, I would agree with that. 100%.
Yeah?
I would totally
It
agree
provides hydroelectric to millions. The Hoover Dam, completed in 1936, stands as a testament to human ingenuity and determination. It spanned the Colorado River at Arizona-Nevada border. It's 726 feet high,
It's
higher
insane.
than the pyramid.
with that. It's massive.
Stretches 1,244 feet across the Black Canyon. Contains 3.2 million cubic yards of concrete.
It's insanity, dude.
That would be enough to pave a 2-lane concrete road from San Francisco to New York City.
That's fucking wild, bro. Holy shit.
The construction was 5 years,
That's
and
amazing.
it took
That's really fast.
21,000 people.
Wow.
That's the construction.
Okay.
Yeah?
amazing.
All right.
It's fantastic.
Incredible.
We built it.
Yeah. 1973, we built the Sydney Opera House. Look at that fucking thing.
Wow.
1973. This is not built in 1999,
But it also
2010.
It also wasn't built 5,000 years ago.
So much technology can't
I'm
even
just saying.
compare to 5,000 years
It's
ago.
a global symbol representing Australia's cultural
doubt.
sophistication and
No
moderate. And this is in Australia
in
nonetheless.
Australia.
No, but when I see that, I think Australia. It's
Oh, yeah.
it
100%. Everyone does.
symbolizes
Yes.
Everyone does.
Australia.
The
and
second you
they're-
see it, you instantly think
yes,
Australia.
exactly. Yeah.
It's like it's probably the most notable thing of Australia is that.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right.
Besides a kangaroo.
True.
In 2004 in France, there's a Mille Viaduct.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. It is the tallest bridge in the world.
Okay.
Okay. And I only wanted to bring it up because it is a engineering feat.
Wow, that is impressive.
Phenomenal.
You know how terrifying it must be
300
to
and-
drive on that
I know,
fucking
right?
thing?
343 meters high, which is
Holy shit.
1,125 feet high.
What the fuck? Yeah, not
Designed to
driving that.
withstand strong winds, minimal environmental impact, etc. Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Okay.
why? Why is it so high? Why is the fuck is it so high?
Just a
Let's make this
wonder.
bridge.
It's just a wonder of the world. is
Yeah,
the
wonder
point.
of modern
Yeah.
engineering.
It's not that much of a wonder.
I mean, yeah, it's okay.
It's like, it's
This episode is brought to you by Peacock. The new Peacock original documentary, Matthew Perry, A Hollywood Tragedy, dives deep into the beloved actor's rise to fame and his tragic death. 5 people, including Perry's personal assistant, 2 medical doctors, and an alleged Hollywood drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen, were charged with conspiracy to illegally provide Perry with the ketamine. Explore the details of the case in this heartbreaking special, streaming now only on Peacock.
I know every operating
At my
system like
last
the
job,
back of
in
my
my current
hand.
role,
When
I
it comes to
5
years of
experience
and have worked with several people from your company. I've been recognized for my passion. My team is everything.
LinkedIn delivers candidates who rise above the rest. With an up-to-date view into shared connections, skills, and interests you won't find anywhere else. See why 86% of small businesses who post a job on LinkedIn get a qualified candidate within a day. Post a job for free at linkedin.com/achieve. LinkedIn, your next great hire is here.
it's definitely cool. I don't wonder though.
It's definitely cool. There's no wonder.
I think it's a wonder.
Of it being
I think it's a wonder.
like
Okay, so
Show on the
then,
iPhone.
then and I don't have very much notes on it, but and I wanted to bring it up, which is that the International Space Station
that is pretty cool.
Yeah, that is definitely
built in space. Mankind.
okay.
I know it's weird.
What year?
I've actually been watching like all
This
these.
is like the early 2010s, late 2000s, or like 2008 to.
I just want to say something because I've been watching a lot of videos on it, and I know we've already done the episode. I like to
the moon one.
I like to recant my previous thing. I don't think we ever went to the moon.
Oh yeah?
Yep, I don't think we ever went.
Oh man!
Wow,
God damn it!
We gotta do another episode.
Take it back. I take it back.
But the point of this bringing up this as a structure or whatever is we literally built something in space.
Yeah,
a station that has been there for a decade.
Definitely a feat.
It's a feat.
Yeah, it's a feat
with a
that
lot of
happened
technology.
in 2008.
Well, technology that is
computers,
built by man.
fucking
built by man. Another one.
2008.
Another one. Another one, and this one's close to home. And I don't know if you know of this.
What, Skyway?
And we might actually go do this one on site.
Which one? What is it?
I'm not even joking. It's called the Coral Castle. Have you heard of this?
No.
Maniacal.
Cue maniacal laugh.
So the Coral Castle was built in a place called Florida in the early 20th century by Edward Leedskalnin.
What?
Leedskalnin.
Leedskalnin.
The structure features limestone blocks weighing 30 tons, moved by a single individual into an artistic shape.
Wait,
with cranes?
Yeah, by a single individual using fucking.
Edward claimed he understood the secrets of the pyramid tech construction.
Oh my God.
He worked alone at night. No witness to how he did it. But
no
he said it was basic physics if you really bring it down.
So did he say how did he did it?
So he took his secrets to the grave. He died in 1951.
Oh my God, this guy's such a troll.
We
This
can
is
go.
like the first troll ever.
We can go visit in Florida these 30-ton structures that he moved on his own.
That he claims to have moved on his
But
own.
how did he move them in the 50s?
He claimed
in the
to have moved
40s
them
and the
himself.
50s.
This is all claims.
Correct.
He's like, oh, I did it all by myself. It sounds like a guy just taking all the
And then he
credit.
died. We're going to have to go on site. We're going to have to go
You
on
sure there aren't
goddamn
people like
site.
on their deathbed?
I think it's like 2 hours away.
Let's do it.
It's about 2
Done.
hours away. Yeah. But apparently you go and it's kind of like a boring tour because it's just a bunch of stones.
You're like, cool.
But you're like, how did he do this?
It's
In the
just-
40s.
It's also bullshit that he's like, only me.
You keep getting older. You said 50s.
I know. Well, no, he died in the 51. He died in 51.
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
So there you go. And obviously there are many other examples that I
Feats of-
could have. I literally almost did the Brooklyn Bridge conversation where it was like incredibly built in the 60s.
Yeah.
Like, how did we fucking do this? Like, it's just, but many people died building them.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure, 100%.
You know what I mean? The Hoover
Oh.
Dam.
Oh,
I
dude,
think
so
something like
many people.
100 people died or something. Like some crazy number.
crazy.
Yeah. But the idea that I wanted to try to like instill
Instill.
upon you is that what man can do is fucking incredible. Like incredible. I know that sounds like optimistic and or I don't know what the word is, but you know, I'm just trying to tell you that.
Naive.
Well, I don't want to. No, it's not.
Exactly.
Is that the word we're looking for?
Now,
exactly right.
I'm going to get into the next section, and the next section is lost technology.
Okay.
This is my strongest belief
Okay.
in this. Yeah. I believe how they built the pyramids is a lost construction technology.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some things that are lost pieces of technology that we did lose.
Okay.
Okay.
So then you would go, oh, well, then
It's possible.
it's possible to
Yeah.
lose that technology. One of which is called Greek fire. You ever heard of Greek
I
fire?
heard of Greek fire.
No.
This is like
Greek fire.
napalm.
Yeah.
It's literally napalm.
So it was a fearsome, like a weapon used by the Byzantine Empire, especially during naval battles. And it was a fire that could burn on water.
Yeah, it's literally napalm.
And it was a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they couldn't, that they would use in war. But the exact composition remains a mystery. The Byzantines kept it as a state secret. And when they fell, it was lost. And we cannot recreate what they described as the weapon fire.
Okay.
Yeah. Modern theory, some believe it was a mixture of quicklime, sulfur, and resin. However, modern experiments has tried to replicate it, but they couldn't. And it was basically that it was just imagine that you're going to battle and then this fire would come at you, but you couldn't stop it even with water.
Well, it's just like impossible. It's like thermite.
Yeah. It was like this weird chemical concoction. I'm not saying it was like a wild, weird thing, but it just is something that we cannot replicate.
I mean, we can, though. I mean,
in a sense.
In a sense, like, for example, like you can weld underwater.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, it's still different, but it's still the same.
Probably not like the exact same of what historians like
and especially like back in that day, like that's such an unstoppable thing.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing you can fucking do. Like ships roll in and like you're fucked. Like you just instantly lose. Like,
one of the most remarkable features of Greek fire was its ability to burn on water. This made it exceptionally effective during a naval battle, as it could be used to set up enemy ships and put them on fire. And then you can't do anything about it.
Everyone just dies.
Yeah. So now, again, like on the other side of it, it could be a little bit of lore, meaning like we couldn't put out the fire, and so we were ruined, and so they wrote it in their novel.
Like, you know what? Like,
and it
the
was
only
like
reason we lost is because they had this fire that burned on water.
They had this magical fire that was called the Greek fire.
There's also another thing too. I think they had it was like a thing that I forget which dynasty or empire it was. They would use like this mirror, in essence, almost like a mirror system to light fucking ships on fire from hella distance. And they would just like concentrate,
kind of like the magnifying glass on the hand.
literally. But they would like light fucking ships on fire using this shit.
So in 300 to 500 AD, there was something called Damascus steel.
Yeah, that still exists today.
And the steel was used for making swords with distinctive patterns known for strength, sharpness, flexibility, etc. The knowledge of producing true Damascus steel disappeared around the 18th century.
What, we make this Damascus steel? What?
It's kind of like the folklore of, you know, the samurai sword.
Yeah.
The what is it called? The
katana.
The katana, like where it's a perfect.
Yeah,
you need that guy to forge that steel.
Yeah, well, like they fold the steel like in infinite times, and like it's just like it's so like tempered and hardened. It's like it doesn't even nick. Like you fucking hit it against shit, and like it's just like tiny little nicks. Like it's whereas like you hit it against anything else, it's like
is it lost or is it replaced? Because nowadays you could just do that with a machine.
It possibly is replaced, but not as
so it's lost because we don't do it that way anymore.
Not of the same quality, though.
But how do they know the quality is different though?
And it's just based on writings.
Yeah, so
like it's of somebody of like say you battled me, and it was I had Damascus steel, and you lost, and you were like, Eric had Damascus steel.
I know, it
was like he pierced my soul with the steel.
I feel like it's like a justification.
I know. It possibly is.
No, because the thing is like obviously like if I took, you know, some N32 fucking steel today and like fought against some dudes with like some iron weapons and it's shattering their shit, they'd be like, "Oh my god, what is this sorcery?"
Very true.
Like, what
Very
is
true.
this shit?
Another
magic sword.
But I liken it to the example of: have you ever seen the movie, the documentary called "Hero Dreams of Sushi"?
Oh my god, I love it. It's amazing.
Okay, so it's
such a good documentary.
It was one of the first documentaries on Netflix.
Dude, it was amazing, and it was like it's about this dude who. He has the #1 sushi restaurant in Japan, and it's like a 3 Michelin star, like and it's like this fucking ancient dude, and he literally, and it's they think there's like 15 seats in this entire place, and they usually book it like 3 years in advance.
But the point of the story though is that he did it for 50 years. Yeah. And so he honed his craft.
No, and if you work there
for
like
50 years,
he makes people work like you will work the rice. You'll be on the rice for 10 years. Like before he lets you touch anything else other than the rice, you have to perfect the rice after 10 years. Then he'll let you even like touch like egg.
Yeah.
And so you fucking touch it.
I liken that as the example, which is that it's not necessarily, it's a technology of perfection.
Yeah, it's literally perfect. It's like perfection.
So it took him 50 years to get to that, and so you couldn't replicate that unless
like
you
instantly,
did
unless you did exactly
that
what he did
for 50 years.
Yeah. Because even if he showed you the technique, you wouldn't have the precision, the skill that he has.
Yes,
it's like saying like you take a guy who's like a metalsmith. You take a guy who's been making swords. Like a Tori Hanzo from fucking Kill Bill. It's like. He's been making swords for his entire life.
That's right.
And then he's like, oh, that's how I do it. And I'm like, oh, I can do it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be shit compared to what he does.
Okay. So now to liken it to the pyramids, do thousands of years.
Of honing the craft, of like perfecting the technique of how to move this shit.
Correct.
Lame. It's a decent argument. It's a decent argument. I will say that because Jorge was like really contemplating like
I feel like it's getting there. It's getting there.
Jorge actually had like a life contemplation
that's
moment.
That's a great point because like if you have enough time, you could possibly figure it out.
Figure it out.
And
but here's the thing: it's not to your back to your chef. It's the same chef doing the same thing over and over and over.
It's not generations of the same chef.
Correct.
It's like how
we haven't figured that out.
And it's also like how are you able? But I think in the ancient world it was a lot different than it is today. Whereas like back in the ancient world it was like a craft was carried on through generations.
Mm-hmm.
Like people would be like a carpenter, and then your kids would be carpenters, and like. That craft would be like that was what you did.
That was what you did.
That's what you fucking did. There's no fucking like, ooh, I want to be like a liberal arts major. Like, no, it was like you're fucking a carpenter, motherfucker. Yeah. That's what we do. That's what our family does.
Okay.
So like that was a thing. Like back in the day, it's like that. I can see a skill being passed on to generation to generation to generation because that was what you did.
Right. But I feel like there are those guys building the pyramids who are the guys.
There's probably the foreman.
Yeah, the mentor, the
But then you go back
Rodriguez,
to
he's the guy, he's the goat. He's the pyramid goat.
He's the goat.
He's the
this
pyramid
motherfucker
goat.
was the goat. Dude,
he's the pyramid
never seen
goat.
a motherfucker move limestone like this, dude. Like he's the goat.
Right.
Like, dude, look at the stats. The stats don't lie. He's got 6 MVPs.
But does he have championships? How many rings does he have?
It's true.
He's got the world. He's literally got the world record for most limestone blocks moved.
But wasn't it? We said it was built in 20 years.
Yeah, that's what they speculate.
But that's the argument.
Okay, but let's say they speculate that, and you give them 40 or 50.
Yeah, even
it's not 2,000.
Yeah, it's not 2,000.
Maybe.
What?
Okay.
Why not?
I mean, we don't know.
We
really don't know. There's
I
no
don't
way
feel
to
like
know.
they know.
There's no. They have no fucking idea.
They have no idea.
But see, that's the thing.
It's carbon dated.
No, but see,
and the carbon datation is there's a room for error of like 400 years.
No, but the thing about carbon dating is like for example, let's say you're carbonating something, but that doesn't mean like even if let's say you can carbonate a rock, like or stone, like they could have still. Technically, I'm not on your side at all. I just want you to know that.
Love it.
I'm saying like, so you can still carbonate a rock, but it doesn't mean that it wasn't like mined at the same exact time. And then it's like, oh well, and it's hard to know.
I see what you're saying.
Really hard to know.
Yeah. I do see what you're saying. Well, there's a couple other ones. I have a couple other ones. One is called Roman concrete.
No, this was the whole. Yeah, we talked about the concrete concept. Yeah.
So the Roman concrete, we can't replicate that.
No.
Similar, we can create a similar concrete, but we don't actually know the formula for the concrete
it's even
that
like
the Romans used.
Even they used to use like bricks and stuff. Like we can't really replicate like the bricks they used to make back in the hizzy.
No.
And technically, if you actually look at it, I watched this thing. It was really cool about how like the bricks they used to make like thousands of years ago are like so superior to the bricks we make now. Literally infinitely superior. In terms of duration, in terms of strength, in terms of everything.
China products nowadays.
They think they
literally
use...
it's like Temu.
It's
like literally Temu bricks versus like elite level bricks.
Yeah. They think they used volcanic ash and seawater and created a some sort of cement or
like
concrete,
super strong, like
and it was very strong. But we don't actually know.
No, we don't. Yeah. But I literally think that's a good point because like literally the bricks they used to make are like so superior.
Yeah.
In like every category.
Yeah. Yeah. Now there's some lost tech that is not. Now those were the ones that we know we lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Here are some of the ones that we theoretically lost, but maybe even the civilization didn't exist in the first place.
Okay.
Like it's a little bit like out there technology lost.
Okay.
Yeah, you tracking?
Like alien technology.
Yeah, like gravitational.
Yeah.
Gravitational.
Well, one of which is Tesla's wireless energy transmission. We don't know if that was real. We know that Tesla said it was real.
True. Okay.
So he said he developed a technology or whatever to transmit electrical energy wirelessly across long distances using Earth's ionosphere. He never completed it. He never proved that it was real.
Okay.
But he says he did.
Okay.
So then the question becomes, do we believe Tesla? Like Nikolai Tesla?
Well, Eric believes the government.
Or was he a senile guy who had his fingernails live long and he died in a hotel room?
He was he was only like 50.
Remember, I went to his hotel room. Remember I sent you guys those photos?
Yeah.
I was like, motherfucker, I'm right here in his hotel room. He died in a recluse. No, like, because he kind of like a bad individual in a hotel room.
Well, dude, okay.
He wasn't killed.
No, but first of all, listen. Listen.
We got a fourth mic? Let's get a fourth mic in here. Go!
Here, let's say anything. Please, just prove that you exist. Say into the mic.
Dude, I hope it. That's my dream. This is my dream. Hello. No, she's going to just give us little hints.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that he says, and I'm actually for him, I believe him, he says that he developed wireless technology that was wireless energy.
Okay, he was 86 when he died.
Yeah, he didn't die of like
no, but the thing is like I understand
like
being in a recluse like bad state because he got all of his patents stolen.
Totally. No.
It was like all of his life's work was like taken from him.
Yes.
His personally, but what I'm trying to say is that this is a lost technology.
Okay, fine.
This is probably the biggest lost technology that we know in the last 100 years.
And you're saying it might have existed, might have not, but let's just assume that it did and it's lost.
All I'm trying to say is let's just take our smart humans that created some advancement of mankind and we lost the technology.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe
i.e.
Okay.
The pyramids.
Okay, we're saying like maybe there was some a war and like all the people who knew the shit got nuked.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we just saw it with Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my wife is out of here. She's hilarious. But she refuses to talk on the mic. Okay.
Okay. What else you got?
Yeah, what other bullshit do you have for us? No, your argument's actually not as bad as I thought it was.
I mean, there's
I thought it would be worse, but it's actually a pretty solid argument.
Yeah. I mean, I just know that I went over some of these photos. There's megalithic structures everywhere.
So good, so good, so good.
New markdowns up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Fresh kicks, spring tops, new dresses. There's always a score.
I mean, the denim section is unreal.
Why do I rack? All the dresses. I always find something amazing.
Head to your Nordstrom Rack store to find can't-miss deals on all the spring things. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Whether it's a movie night or just midday, Skinny Pop is a salty snack that keeps on giving. Made with just 3 simple ingredients for an irresistibly delicious taste and a large serving size that lasts. Deliciously popped, perfectly salted. Skinny Pop, popular for a reason. Shop Skinny Pop now.
Yeah, I mean, but even Stonehenge.
A lot of those megalithic structures.
Stonehenge. We don't know how they move those things.
I mean, yes, that's probably the best one that you brought up so far.
And the Great Wall of China, and Tesla.
No, it's different. It's different.
There's a lot of different.
It's definitely like a feat. It's definitely magnificent or whatever you called it, but it's not the pyramids.
It's not the pyramids.
It's not 500 feet tall.
Why?
With
How
the
is
precision.
it? Why is it? No, I'm gonna get mad here. Why is it so confusing that we can't, as a mankind, as a civilization, over a fucking 50,000 years, we can't move some stones?
Because your example
is just some fucking stones.
We have built a space station where we're in space and we can survive. What the fuck are we talking about?
Eric, the space station was
so you're confused
20 years ago,
there's
bro.
some stones that make a pyramid?
He's equally as pissed about fucking Elon Musk making it to the fucking rocket landing back.
I just
it's
don't
not
understand.
the same technology.
It's not the same.
You know what
In
I'm going
the
to say?
same
I'm going to say
time
something,
period.
and don't take this personal, but your lack of faith in mankind is concerning.
Eric, why haven't they?
Why are you guys so?
I'm not necessarily disagreeing with you.
Why are you guys? No, I'm gonna.
Eric, but in connection.
Why do you guys hate on man so much?
Eric, why haven't they?
That we can't have the ability to build a fucking stone pyramid?
Eric, why haven't they solved the hair loss problem?
That's a great fucking
that's
a solid question. Honestly, I'm up at night. I am up at night.
We can go to space. We can build a space station.
It's a solid argument. I need a cigarette on that one.
Yeah.
That's a solid argument.
That's a good one.
I don't said that argument because I knew Eric would resonate with it. I knew it would resonate with it.
I don't know that. All I'm trying to say is that when you put mankind together and you put a purpose or a goal together, you can accomplish things.
No, Eric, and no one's denying that fact.
I agree with that.
I am not denying that fact. 100%. 100%. That is totally plausible. Mankind is amazing. We can do amazing things, but it does not solve there's too many inconsistencies in terms of the Great Pyramid of Giza specifically.
I gotcha.
Specifically.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's
too many holes in it.
There's too many holes. There's too many reasons. Like they did not have if there was like even tools that would make it more plausible, I would understand.
And there's also too many.
But it lost technology.
What was it? What's the
like
word?
Literally lost technology. It's a problem in our society.
And you know why that technology was lost? The technology left the earth. The technology dipped out.
You know what it was?
The technology was like peace.
So this is a story of the negative side of man and the positive side. The positive side is that what we can do if we set our mind to it. The negative side is our fucked up conquering each other and then like murdering each other for bullshit.
Oh, and
then
killing
losing everything.
Well, I believe that is
a
true.
never ending like. Fuck you! You're dead. Oh, your civilization's over, and then all of a sudden,
it's a never-ending like repeat of history.
Yes.
So to your point, that it happened,
that is true.
that has
Correct.
been happening in history. That's
100%.
been
Forever and ever.
100%.
So
happened
those
with the
times
Greeks. It happened with the Romans. It's totally
never
and when
ending.
it happens, shit gets lost. Shit gets
God forbid America.
No, but see, in that argument though, there is no proof of like some sort of like conquest that happened that like some giant war that destroyed Egypt. If there was. Like there is with the Romans and the Greeks, and like there is no proof of that happening.
That's true.
I just feel like if you put so much time into it, then anyways. So that's the argument. Is I understand your guys' view. I really do.
I actually understand
really
your
do.
view too, which is it's actually bizarre. I do not. Out of the 5 years we've been bitching about this is the only time you've ever been lucid.
Yeah,
this is the only time you've ever actually
I'm not,
made
like,
any sense.
Drunk.
Like not like last recording. We were like, whoa.
So here we are. I mean, we went over a lot. We went over, and this is my closing on this. The pyramids of Egypt are enduring symbols of what I consider to be human determination, ingenuity, and organization. And it was built through the hard work of skilled laborers, not slaves, not mythical beings. Monumental structures were the result of decades of effort, careful planning, engineering, and innovation, as was evidence from villages, quarry marks, ancient inscriptions, etc. Perhaps a skilled civilization where some of the specifics of their skills have been lost to time.
Okay.
Nonetheless, the pyramids therefore stand not as mysterious relics, but as triumphant testaments to human perseverance. A powerful reminder that through sheer effort, intellect, and constant driving towards a goal, humanity has always been capable of achieving extraordinary efforts.
Okay. Understood.
I actually am very impressed with Eric's ability to stick to his guns and stick to his story for the last probably fucking 7 years or something. I don't even know.
And like weave a story too.
Yeah.
He's like he's been weave a ruin. It's been like Eric is the testament to erosion theory. He's just like eroding you away until eventually you're like, okay, fine, it's plausible.
It's great. I mean, it's forever since we've been fucking arguing about this shit.
You've
That's
never faltered.
always been your point.
You've never faltered either.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a very like logical thinker, so I like a lot of the shit that you presented. And I agree with a lot of stuff, by the way. Like there's some things that don't like connect and add up back
like
to
they're
the
not
pyramids.
related.
Like to your point, the Hoover Dam and the bridges and the fucking space station or whatever. It's fucking like, holy shit, how do we fucking accomplish that?
Mm-hmm.
But we had technology, and it's also like provable because it's so recent, of course, right? I mean, just having like a fucking crane, it makes all the fucking difference in the world.
Totally.
Yeah,
built by man.
So I think so. There's that. I also didn't necessarily get maybe like how do you think that they built that they moved these rocks? Like, just answer me that.
So here's the thing, in my whole argument of it is I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know, to be honest. Okay. I really don't.
But do you think it was a ramp? Do you think it was water? Do you think it was just muscle?
No,
do you think it was?
I think there was.
Obviously, nobody knows.
Yeah.
No, I know nobody knows.
Yeah.
I think there was some technology, and I don't want to say when I use the word technology, I don't mean they had a computer chip.
Okay.
And they had ChatGPT and they like did some fucking thing.
ChatGPT, build me a pyramid.
No, because there's a technology for everything. Like you ask our friends who are contractors, there's a know-how to do something, and it's not tech, but it is a technology of the know-how to build the roof or to
do anything.
Do anything. And so I believe that there was a construction technology that was lost. And I don't know what it is because I don't know what it is. I'm not in that industry, and I don't know. I'm not in the pyramid building industry. And
so I think the ramp theory doesn't add up because it makes it exponentially harder to move something that's so heavy on an incline.
Correct.
So yes, they can make it longer, but at some point they get closer to the pyramid, and you have to. And as the pyramid gets taller and taller,
you have to make the ramp
the incline
taller.
is taller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like fucking.
It just seems
like
the higher it gets, the more gravity plays into it. And
and then it seems impossible. Like so. I also just want to say I do agree fully with the theory that yes, over time, skilled craftsmen, like there is in essence, virtually infinite what is possible.
Yeah.
But
especially because we don't know.
Yes,
like, we just don't know.
Yeah.
But I also believe that this isn't the first time there's been alternate intervention in terms of humanity's advancement.
Okay.
So, and I'll give you, and I'll explain that.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is the creation of the microchip and silicon wafers.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you look at a silicon wafer, so what they do is like they make the all of your supercomputer devices, your cell phone, your computers, your Apple Watch, all this shit, all has silicon wafer microchip shit. If you literally magnify down, it is so it's
insane.
It's like astronomical how insane on like a
dot.
Like,
they have
literally a circle.
The amount of data.
A circle. The amount of complexity and why it's something that it's not even comprehensible how we even do it now.
And something newer to that is they just came out with the fucking quantum chip or whatever. You heard about that? The Google fucking quantum thing that like that.
I don't understand it.
It was like brand new fucking technology to your point like that. it's like some liquid that didn't even exist and like whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking.
So that's what man's capable of. That was my point. So I'm just kind of giving Eric a little.
No, but the thing on that is like I don't believe that particular technology in terms of the silicon wafer was us. I don't. Because if you think about it, okay, so before that all invented,
You're talking about the advancement of the speed of technology is
the speed of advancement
too much.
It's too astronomical. Like we were literally in the 50s, we were using vacuum tubes in our fucking TVs.
That's right.
And literally
we had like the rich people had air conditioning.
Yeah.
That was
and
it.
then literally 50 years later, 50 years later, fucking microscopic fucking like literally on a microscopic level, there's shit going on. It's
too
much.
So
I think there was an intervention. I think
I'm playing
there
a
was
little, devil's advocate first before I say which team I'm on.
Yeah.
But if we did have extraterrestrial help or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Back for the pyramids, then why did they never come back? Did you just answer my question with what you were just talking about, the chips?
Here's the thing: is like I don't think they ever left.
Damn. Damn.
I don't think they ever left.
They're like within our society.
Yeah.
Ish.
I think it's a game. And I think it's a game, and they can intervene when they want to. In terms of like the end game, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But I think a lot of it. I think a lot of the end game is weirdly enough. I think it's conflict. It's because here's what you think. Like, you take a species and like that has the capability to get there eventually. So, if you want to fuck that up, you give him a little
little boost.
Yeah, here's a little boost.
A little pat on
here's
the butt.
A little boost, and you know what happens when that happens?
You speed up.
Yeah, you speed up, but you also you create division. Then you create a conflict. You create we got to do it before they do it. Yeah. We got to do it. So I think the biggest threat is unity. The biggest threat is collectively coming across it together. Yeah. And be like, oh shit, look what we can do together as a collective. Gotcha. Oh my God, if we were all together, we would fucking slay. Yeah. But they're like, oh, we don't really want that to happen because if you figure this shit out on your own, you won't need us. So what we're going to do, we'll give you a little push.
Yeah.
And so I can see that happening. Like, Egypt, they're probably crushing it. And they're like, a little push. Oh, look at this
nudge.
And they're like,
mankind
oh shit,
nudge.
we're fucking this shit. We're invincible. Yeah. Fuck everybody else. We don't need shit. And then it's like, that's my personal view.
Yeah.
It's a weird game to keep people at odds.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if you look at it, even look at AI.
I like that a lot.
They look at AI now. It's a fucking, dude, it's just like the space race. It's a fucking battle. It's like, we're going to be fucking beat China on AI. We got to fucking, we got to beat them. We got to be first. Yeah. It's like, it's this psycho shit.
But back to the history repeating itself.
Literally, exactly.
Over and
it's
over.
A cyclical.
But on the technology though, what if it's just exponential?
Yes, I like that.
1,000 years turned into 100 years, and then the 100 years turned into 50 years, and then.
But then why?
Yeah, but his point is that
why hasn't there been any significant advance since?
Since when?
Since when?
Dude, okay. Since the microchip was invented, if it was on that same exponential plane, dude, we would be so.
What do you mean? We built the space station.
That was in 2008.
We built AI. We literally none of us know.
No, but Eric,
literally, here's the thing. None of us know how our phones work.
No, but you were saying, listen. No, just listen.
Like,
you were saying on a
Jorge, build the iPhone 17.
No, but that's against your exact argument. Saying like, okay, but what if the technology is exponentially growing? Mm-hmm. If it was on the same thing of exponential growth, if you look what happened in 50 years, if that's going to continue on its exponential growth, it will. No, but it should have already happened.
Oh, it is. I think it's happening.
No, but you don't understand how exponential works. It's a multiplicative. It means it's.
I know it should be in 10 years.
It should be like we should be like, oh, we're in a different galaxy now. Like we should be on such a higher plane. But like even if you look, the advancement of technology has slowed in comparison.
I know, but that's the ebb and flow of technology advancement. It doesn't mean.
Well, you gotta stick on the side. Is it exponential or not? I mean, which fucking side?
But there is a word to it. I forget what it's called, but there is a word that it exponentially, not even doubles. I think it's like 32 times every so often, every like 4 years or so.
Yeah,
but
you know what I'm talking about?
That did not happen though.
I knew.
No, it has been happening. What are you talking about? Look at when we invented the computers back in the, what was it, 70s or whatever the hell it was, and like it used to take up a whole room, and now that same computer lives in your phone.
No, but if you,
I drive an electric car right now.
Yeah,
fully electric.
No, but they had electric vehicles in the 50s.
I know, but I'm just saying, like
they did. It's a fact.
But it's also what it's what mankind puts attention on. That's my argument. If we wanted to build pyramids for the last 100 years, you know how goddamn good we would be at building pyramids? We'd be so good. We'd have pyramids fucking everywhere. But we don't give a shit about pyramids anymore, so we're not focused on pyramids.
Not in the way that everybody else built it, but the pyramid, the Great Pyramid, back to like being a fucking energy source and like, and the way it was built with the precision and the fucking true north, all those things just add up to... Yeah, I'm gonna go with Team Sean.
No way.
But see, Eric, because there's a reason. Like,
I'm gonna have to go with Team Sean.
Like even with that, like
shit, fucking whore bitch motherfucker.
Good for you, Doug.
Yeah.
Glad you're on the right side of history here.
There's too much.
The right side of history.
There's too much that Eric did not convince me.
No.
No, but Eric,
did a really good job.
Eric, I gotta say, I'm extremely impressed by your argument. I'm actually like, I thought this was going to be a
five or six people.
I think you might get like 50 people.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like you actually made a really solid argument. And I'm actually like kind of in awe. Yeah. I thought your argument was gonna be like,
move the levers up.
You know, one thing you said that actually pushed me on this side, Eric, is the the fucking the theory of like people or civilization on Mars, and then it could have been used as some sort of a communication or a beacon or like
that's a legit.
Yeah, I love that.
But you know what? That could have been man. It doesn't have to be aliens.
I mean,
that could not have been.
I mean, technically,
so I'm going to do my closing argument.
That is one of the theories, though. One of the theories.
I thought you already did your closing argument.
No, I didn't.
Okay, this is number 2.
Well, there is a theory that the aliens that we think are visiting are us.
Yeah,
we are just like an ancient version of us.
100%. I'm down with that one. Yeah.
Okay.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
I lost my train of thought.
Closing arguments. Closing arguments.
Closing arguments.
Closing
I
arguments.
remember.
Okay.
Close.
So, here's the thing: is we just have to remember that our concept of time is not. It doesn't have to be the way it is. Meaning, like,
there couldn't be technology.
There could be, and there could be. Mankind could have been around longer than you think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But wait, real quick. Even if you're going to say like the aliens were actually humans, they're still aliens.
Because they're just not from here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Still aliens.
Yeah.
Even if they're humans and they came from outside of the earth.
Yeah.
Then it's technically an alien.
Aliens. So I'm
by
still
definition.
right. So I'm still right.
But I hate to use this cliche sentence, but I'm going to, which is that the lack of evidence is not evidence.
But that also works against you
exactly.
too. The lack of evidence.
What do you mean? No, the lack of evidence does not mean that there's some other thing.
But Eric,
there's no thing.
But there is actually there's no evidence to
your point.
No, but here's the thing: is and I've said this before. It's not that I don't believe in aliens.
You just have faith in humanity.
We did the remember we did the UFO episodes? We did the UFO episodes.
Yeah.
We got to do more of
It's
those.
not that I don't believe in aliens. I do believe in quote unquote aliens. But I believe in the mathematics that we're so far out here. Like Earth is so far removed that our concept of time is not what we think it is. We think, thousands of years.
Some interstellar shit.
Yes. We think of thousands of years.
I know, right?
We think of thousands of years of mankind. Yibbity dibbity, hibbity dibbity.
I mean, I can definitely see myself in the fifth dimension, like yelling at myself for like not investing in Bitcoin. You fucking idiot!
No, but hear me out. So, but what if time was not linear? We think of it as linear, meaning it's like starting from blah to blah, right?
Okay.
So there could be millions of years because interstellar travel takes hundreds and thousands of years to do.
Well, I also don't believe that either.
You don't believe that?
No,
that it takes that long.
No,
because we don't have the technology to do it.
Exactly. Well, because when we as humans think about interstellar travel, we base things off the constant of the speed of light being the fastest speed that exists, which I don't think is true.
Yeah.
I think there's faster ways to travel because if that were the case, you wouldn't get it. No one would ever get anywhere. Anyway, you'd never do anything.
Be forever. You're dead.
You're dead. I know. It'd be like cool. Like my great grandkids will like see a different place. Yeah. It's impossible.
But what I'm trying to get to is that I'm not a non-alien believer.
Of course.
Yeah,
totally.
I am on board with that.
Okay.
But I think our concept of time is so wrong that everything that has been created on Earth is created on Earth.
I mean, technically, Earth is supposedly been around for what 6-7 billion years, something like that.
I'm saying anything that you see on Earth. So are you saying
the pyramids were built millions of years ago?
Well,
possibly.
I think Eric is saying that humanity may have been around for millions or billions of years, potentially.
Yeah. Correct.
So instead of saying like there's only like 5,000 years of technology and like ingenuity to build something, it could have been like billions of years of like manpower to go into like the creation of something.
And also evidence of that is the Sphinx. Built thousands of years later or before.
Technically could have been built before.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
What about carbon dating the stones?
Well, no. Well,
I know
there's room for error.
But millions of years.
And I also believe that like
millions of years of error.
But see, I do agree in one sense with Eric what he's saying because obviously common history has man only being around for like 30,000 years maybe.
Yeah,
like
maybe
tops.
50, but like 100,000 was like caveman-y.
But there's actually proof to discredit like the common belief of the start of human civilization.
Yeah.
Which I believe that human civilization has probably been around for much longer than we perceive it. There's just no recorded history of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. But I still don't agree that the pyramids were the result of that.
Okay.
I'm just saying I agree with his point that humans have probably been around for longer.
So in ending my side of this, I believe that mankind took a long time and they honed their craft. And for a period of time, the craft that we were honing was pyramid building.
Yeah, and then now we get to this point, the pinnacle of human existence is like OnlyFans.
We were done. And we were done with that game, and then we moved on from pyramids. Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're building spaceships in the sky, and we're going to Mars.
We'll be on Mars
and
soon.
We're fucking ChatGPTs and all the things. We have the entire technology of a computer system from 100 years ago in our phone.
Yeah.
No, this is 1,000 times stronger than the computer system from 100 years ago. 1,000 times.
That's fucking crazy.
So like this has a computing power,
and then
of literally like a city,
and then the fucking computer. Google computer now, the quantum computer.
Right? So in summation, how were the pyramids built?
I think the pyramids were built with manpower as well as with exterior technology.
Yeah.
So an alien
I was gonna say,
came down.
Like it's kind of like we're
an
both
alien
right.
came down and said, "Hey,
Not
build a
alien.
stone structure that points up.
No, I think it was a communication device or an energy device. I think it was for a purpose. It wasn't just to build a fucking giant triangle.
Right.
It was like, hey, they were pointed at specific star systems. I think they used it as some sort of like, hey, maybe they were colonizing, various galaxies, or maybe they were coming down. Maybe they just wanted to be gods. Maybe they just wanted to be like, we're like, look at these fucking cavemen. Let's like be superior to them.
Or maybe they were just coming down to explore, and they're like, I need a fucking like some sort of GPS system to get me there.
And so, it's, Eric, imagine like you go around. There's like a bunch of like, fifth graders, and they're playing football, and you're like, oh, you want to see a fucking pass? And they're like, holy shit, this guy's the shit. And you're like, yeah. And like, oh, you want to know how to do like advanced fucking calculus? Let me show you what's up. And they're like, what the fuck? This guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. Here's what I would like everybody to do is comment the following. If you're on Team Eric, comment Team Eric. If you're on Team Sean, comment Team Sean. And you could say Team Jorge as well, but he sounds like he's Team Sean.
Team Sean.
He's Team Sean as well. So that's all we want
So
on
you
the
should comment
comments.
Team Brown.
Yeah.
Team Brown.
Obviously, you guys are wrong. And
Team Whitey or Team
Whitey or Team Brown. You decide.
So that's what we want. And maybe in the future, if there's enough new data that comes out, we will do
follow-up
extra episodes.
So
maybe on the Mexican pyramids or
there's over 200 pyramids. So
yeah,
and we'll put the poll on Spotify.
Yeah, we'll also put a poll on Instagram.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. And so we hope you guys enjoyed the 4 episodes we've done. We've done about 6 hours of this.
Yeah.
And, we really appreciate you guys. Subscribe, share. Honestly, the only way this show keeps going is by you sharing.
Yes, literally.
So please share it and or leave a review, etc. Yeah.
Yes, and or join Patreon.
Yeah. So, again, love you guys, and we'll catch you next time on the Conspiracy Podcast.
Nighty night.